Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Rei-Lin bringing you a little bit of Armored Warfare content today. If you didn't know, patch 0.14 just came out a couple of days ago, and it brought with it a few new maps, a few new tanks, a few new package deals, and some balance changes in PvP and in PvE. Let's get started right off the bat with the new tanks, or at least one new tank. It's the M1134 ATGM. Basically the Stryker, I think, is what they ended up calling this thing. If we take a look at the history, it is a Stryker family of vehicles, and it is basically like a tank destroyer. Well, it is a tank destroyer that shoots missiles instead of anything else. I'm going to end up doing a review on this, so I won't dwell on it, but as you can see, this funky little thing is basically a tank destroyer with no armor and 30 rounds to shoot at people with. It has no other guns, so I hope you can make use of the limited ammo capacity. But I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. It does a lot of damage, has an ass load of penetration. So I'll be getting on this with a review here in the next week or so. So just wanted to show you that. As far as new tanks that aren't really new tanks, you check out these little bad boys. We got the Weasel 1 Wolf. Got the Challenger 1 Wolf. You got the Centurion 120 Wolf. The BMD 2 Wolf. What are these Wolf tanks? Well, if we go up here and hit the purchase gold button, hopefully this will work. You got the Wolf packs right here. Click on that, and you can see for 20,000 gold, you can get all of the tanks and a free 50% boost to credits and reputation for almost a full month. Or if you want, you can buy each tank individually for varying amounts of gold, mostly 7,000 gold and 3,000 for the BMD. It's kind of strange that this is a package deal that doesn't let you just buy it straight out with money. You have to use gold, or if not, I can't figure out where else you buy it, but either way, I went ahead and bought it. Your mileage may vary depending on how much you enjoy these tanks. I wanted the Challenger 1 no matter what, but I went ahead and, as always, blew all of my gold on the entire pack itself because I wanted all the tanks, more premium tanks. These are considered premium tanks, so they come with all the premium tank bonuses, plus a funky paint job and a little wolf symbol to go along with it. They're still really good tanks, and especially if you like any of these tanks, you're going to want to pick them up. Now, a few other changes that I almost didn't even realize was here in your consumables. You have a new consumable now for PvE, the Field Rebuild Kit. It restores 100% health if you're alive, but if you're dead, you can actually respawn with 60% of your health and 100% of your ammo. Now, this may be a typo. I saw the same thing in the patch notes, and it said it revived you with 60% health and a portion of your ammo. So I'm not sure which one's right. I actually haven't died yet in PvE, but to use it, I've thought about just going ahead and just dying on purpose just to try it out, and I probably will end up trying it out just so I can make sure of exactly what it does. But if it does give you 100% of your health back, so it's a full health heal if you're alive. So if you're almost dead, bam, you pop this, you come right back to full health. In a clutch situation, obviously that's awesome. If you are in a situation where you're going to die and you're already low on ammunition, because if you are alive, you don't get any ammunition back. But if you die and then you use this, you have a 30-second window when you die to use this consumable. If you do, you get to choose a respawn point that's set somewhere on the map, and then you'll come back with 60% of your total health, and supposedly either a portion of your ammo or all of your ammo. This pretty much just makes the high, low, and mid-tier field maintenance kits kind of redundant, because field rebuild just seems to make more sense. So I'm not sure if this is going to get buffed to something else, but being able to full heal yourself and get some ammo back and resurrect yourself if you die, kind of OP, but you know, you're paying the price. That's pretty much the big difference. It looks like now is that the maintenance kits are cheaper, much cheaper than the rebuild kits. As far as that goes, that is pretty much the only thing new that they added as far as the tanks go, and a new package deal and the new consumable. But lo and behold, up here, you can check this out. They have finally added in the ability to record your games with record matches. I've already played a few, and I'll go ahead and load this up just so you get an idea of what this is. Now, the system is not perfect as far as I'm concerned, and a few people have already voiced their concerns on the replay system. Go ahead and load this up. This is also going to be on the new map, Cerberus. There is another new map called Albatross that I have yet to get on, but as soon as I do, I'll get you some footage of that. Anyway, here is Cerberus. This is kind of a desert map, and as you can see, we got some work in progress going on. Of course, they're going to work on this. The biggest downside to the replay system here is that unlike World of Tanks, you cannot see the third-person view. No matter what I do with the camera, no matter where I go, I can't zoom into the tank, I can't zoom out away from the tank. However, I can detach the camera and go into a free fly mode like this. So you can get some kind of dramatic shots like this. You can watch the tanks, you can go through the tanks, you can back away. Now we're underway. Now this is kind of, actually I really like this map. It kind of messes with your vision because there is a sandstorm that's blown in, and they mention that you're going to have lower vision, and your vision's kind of obscured. It does some weird effects with your camera, and of course, since this is a new map, I had absolutely no idea where I was going or where I should expect to go. But I end up getting into some positions that actually benefit my team, basically flanking spots. Now you can speed these up, these replays, so we're going to see the Challenger 1 as you've never seen it before, going close to 75 kilometers an hour. Oh yeah, I can't even keep up with the camera. So as we move over here, we can see just how awesome this thing is. Now you do have an objective to jam the cartel scans, but as you can see down in the lower right on the map, we don't know where they are. They're not popping up on our map whatsoever. But if you look at the primary objective, you're destroying the elite guard. There's actually several elite tanks named elites that we now have to prioritize because they are the objectives. It's not to hold a circle. It's not to keep them out of it, really. It's just to go ahead and kill these elites in the time that we have. So it's kind of a damage race in some ways. Now, the battle is actually really fun because there's so many ways you can go. You can see you can come down from up there. You can fly over here. You can come down this little valley right here and get into some good fights. There's a lot of good fights here. And you can see, oh, there's another elite has spawned. So in a way, this is definitely turning into more of a true MMO PvE kind of fight. Now we're getting in where we're actually fighting bosses. And if these bosses eventually drop loot, that's going to be really, really interesting. And you can flip between the other tanks and the different views. Here I am trying to deal with the leopard and making him face me. Allowed my team sitting in the back sniping to take him out. Of course, I am in a Challenger. I should be up there, but I ended up kind of hanging back and sniping since these enemy tanks were showing their sides. Preoccupied with my team. So you can kind of get the dramatic battles going on here, which is just really fun. I really like it. You could do this if you made your own room to practice around on. You could free fly like this in other situations. 1490 is down, and now you see at the top the primary objective is updated again, and there is yet another lieutenant. So I'm hauling balls over here because I keep thinking, it keeps saying the secondary objective is to jam the scanners. So I end up asking my team, well, where the hell are they? I thought that truck might have been one of them, but it was not. And then I'm kind of way out of position here. I'm way ahead of my team who are struggling to catch up. And I start taking some fire from this elite, and then another elite spawns, and I pull back because I do not want to be exposing myself. They're taking kind of bad shots. I end up taking a couple of hits from my left here because there are some enemy tanks over here. My team has just pushed up and have got to their flanks. As you can see, this dust storm is pretty pretty much blocking some of our vision, and it actually affects your screen a little bit. I push up to get point blank because the Challenger, nothing's going to go through the front of the turret of the Challenger from point blank range. Get up there and start attacking the Terminator. Terminator 2. A little surprise, butt sex. Not too surprising, he turned his ass to me. And then that is it. We ended up capping the base, and it was a pretty good game. That's, as you can see, the map is fairly expansive. There's a lot of room to maneuver. There's a lot of room to flank, and there you go. Cerberus, the new map, PvE. Now, another disadvantage of the replay system, at least as it is now, and World of Tanks is the same way, is there's no way to see the after game stats. So you're basically, it records the mission, and that's it. So when you get back here to the garage, if you wanted to see how you did in the match, you can't. I mean, you still have the after the battle details for yourself, but those are not in the replay itself. So really, that's the only thing. If there was a way that they could add that to where it would record all the way back to your garage so that you could check out your stats and at least see how you did, that would be kind of nice, as well as being able to go into the first-person sniper view of any of the tanks. I wouldn't mind it if it was in any of the tanks, not just your tank, but your buddy's tanks. You could hop between tanks and see what they were seeing and how they were fighting. Maybe even the AI tanks. That might be kind of neat. But the other maps, as soon as I can get some footage, I'll be showing them off. Cerberus was a lot of fun. I like the idea that it's not just a normal wave after wave of AI tanks in the normal sense, but there's actually boss fights. And there's several boss fights, and they can really slow you down because some of the boss fights, have a lot of health and a lot of armor, and they have, just a lot of fight in them. So, all in all, I think this is an excellent patch. I know there was some PvP changes. A lot of tank destroyers gained penetration buffs and speed buffs and camouflage buffs. Some heavy tanks, main battle tanks, were not really nerfed, but given hitboxes kind of underneath the belly of the tank. So now if they're coming up over a ridge or they get stuck on a rock, you can shoot up into them and they will take damage. And something that I only recently noticed, and may have been in the game for a while, is when you take damage now, you actually see the damage on your tank and on the enemy tank. So if I take a hit in my lower plate, there will be a hole where the shell went in. If I take a ricochet off my turret, there will be a streak mark where the bullet bounced off. I don't remember the last time ever seeing that kind of damage done on my tank. It seemed like it was something that the AI tanks sometimes had damage, sometimes they didn't. It just depended on the tank. But I've fought a few battles now, and using the replay system, I've noticed that there are times when I will see the damage that I'm taking on my tank, which is really nice. I'm glad they finally got up to putting that in, or at least made it much more noticeable to where even my blind ass could see it. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I just wanted to do something quick to let you guys know that the new patch was out. There are new tanks. There's new packages. If you like these wolf patterns, if you like these tanks especially, they are now premium tanks. You got a couple of tier 7s, and that will get you easily into some good reputation and money gains. Of course, you have the new tier 7 premium tank destroyer here with the Stryker. And I will be getting a review out as soon as I get some games played in this thing to let you guys know if it is in fact worth the 5,500 gold that they're charging for it. It is a tier 7, so at least it is a step above all the tier 6s, but that's kind of an expensive amount of gold to be using if the tank isn't really worth it. But I'll let you know coming up in another video here shortly. Anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, press the like button, and I'll talk to you all next time.